So, speaking of positive things for the show, very happy to announce that we have hired the second member of the Luke and Lewis show behind the
Just
scenes.
thought I'd play some celebratory music while we celebrate.
Right. We've hired a new video position. Welcome to the show, Reuben.
Thank you for having me.
No worries, mate. What do you reckon? You're in your second week now?
Uh-huh.
And best job ever?
Yeah, it's basically just fixing Keelan's mistakes. I mean, it's,
Which must be an absolute stressful position.
absolutely. If you
That's
see any videos
essentially
up
what
there.
we've hired you for is like
Yeah.
cleaning up the mess
Yeah.
that is left behind. And really, have you just made no mistakes?
Keelan goes, that's so rude. If we thought this was going to be a celebratory moment, it's just shitting. You know he's technically your boss, yeah?
That's a terrifying prospect. We're both taking show notes. I'm not even taking notes. I'm just fixing his typos. So
Keelan's just not disputing it. He's just happy he's got a chair.
Well, why does it matter? Why do typos matter in notes?
because you want to be able to search for things later is
Yeah,
why.
because if we search for like, when we talked about Reuben shitting on Keelan, if you spelled Reuben or Keelan wrong,
I
it's
did
like,
spell Reuben wrong again, actually.
Yeah.
that's one thing. Yeah, Reuben is a hard name to spell.
Yeah, there's a lot
For
of
some
different
reason, I never see it
spellings.
written down. There's no famous Reubens.
And
That's
you've
why.
got you spell it the weird way.
I
'Cause you
spell
go
it, yeah.
R-E.
R-E-U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it normally R-U-E?
That's probably the most common one is just R-U.
I think R-E looks better.
Thank you.
But regardless
It
of how we
wasn't a
spell
compliment. All right, it was.
Speaking of typos, Luke, did you write Reuben's name
Retract
there?
your thank you.
Did you write Reuben's name there? You've spelled it wrong.
No, I didn't.
That wasn't
was
you?
Keelan.
Oh, that was Keelan.
That was me.
Okay. Right.
I'm just going
Well-
off how the band of Reubens is spelled.
Here's another job for you, Reuben. Can you fix that up for us?
Yeah, it's no, my pleasure. It's great
so-
to be here.
Reuben, what happened over the weekend?
I was at a school, a high school.
And how old are you?
I am 23 years old.
Are you teaching there?
Well, it was
Are
a
you
weekend.
dropping off like a sibling?
No,
No? Why were you there?
I was making a TikTok. That's
Oh,
what that
so
was.
you were trespassing in a school to film
I was
a TikTok.
trespassing on a school on a weekend.
Yeah.
There were a couple I put up. One of them got, I think it's on like 116,000 views.
Oh, wow.
But I actually filmed 3 TikToks that day. And then I went out to the school this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Again?
Well,
you went back?
I'm not so.
You already filmed 3. You're like, oh, that went well. Better go back. Was this on a fucking Monday?
By the way, one of the TikToks, he went into a classroom that was unlocked.
Really?
So, yeah, I
Is
went.
this what your you specialize in breaking into schools for TikTok?
I was at the school this past weekend, and I noticed that there were police officers on the school grounds this past weekend.
Really?
4 police officers.
Right.
And I was reading some of the TikTok comments on some of those TikToks.
All of the comments underneath Reuben's videos are, "This is my high school." Why is this man at my high school? That's my classroom.
Well, the other mistake I did is the other mistake I made is I spread the TikToks out over like 2 weekends.
Oh, so it looked like you kept going back. But then you actually kept going back.
I did keep going back. That's right.
And there were police there.
So they were.
Was reading a couple of comments. I guess I have some insider information now. That they've installed security cameras in the classrooms.
Yeah, show me this one where you go into a school.
there's.
Because you can't. Because the one that I saw, you walk up to a door and you went, "Oh, I'm trespassing. Never mind," and then you walked away. I haven't seen the one where you go into.
There's one where he's in that classroom.
There's one walking around is one thing. Going in is completely different. You can't do this. You can't do that at all. That's just breaking in.
Oh, it's pretty funny though.
By the way, last week on the way home, like in the car, I'm watching these TikToks with Reuben in the car, and I'm telling him like, "This is pretty bad," and he goes, he could not see a problem with it at all, and I was like,
Fucking breaking into a school at 23.
and then,
No, I wasn't breaking. It was an open door.
no. You want to know how he justified it? He justified it by going, "What? I go there all the time."
I think that there really seems to be a real battle for like alpha editor.
Well, after the move I just pulled, I'd say it's me for sure.
Oh, really?
Well,
You reckon this is a big alpha energy move? Okay.
It was.
We'll see. I think
Oh,
a
we
bit
got
of
beta Reuben.
I think no, I resent that title, and I think you guys maybe need to step into a bit of disciplining here. I just got bullied, and I'll let you guys
You got
decide if
bullied,
this was
okay. Look,
if this was worth it.
I don't think bullying is fine, but the way that you are going about this, Reuben, big beta vibes. I'm getting.
Okay.
You know, I resent this. This is bullying. I'm wearing a stripy sweater.
Some real sook terminology being thrown around.
This is a character assassination. I can't believe this.
Nerd
I'm-
now. Okay,
No.
okay, keep going.
You both
What's
left,
next?
Luke and
Please
Lewis.
fuck my wife.
Wow, that was over the line.
Yeah, go on. Continue.
Luke and Lewis both went to the bathroom just before we were about to record, and I said, "Hey, Keelan, look at the run sheet." And if for everyone that's can't see the run sheet, the first thing on the run sheet is water crisis, and they've just gone to the bathroom. And I said, "Do you reckon they're already doing the first segment?" To which response I got was Keelan kicking me from the Zoom meeting. And I don't think that was appropriate.
I would say appropriate reaction, and Keelan, you remain the alpha editor on the show.
I tend to agree here. I'd say that's a big alpha move. Is not only not laughing, right? That's a regular move, but not laughing and then booting a member from the Zoom call. That's big alpha energy there.
And just before that, too, he was already asserting his alpha energy. He started throwing around the term Ruby as well,
Yeah,
which I thought
that's-
was pretty disrespectful.
Keelan nicknamed me
really
Ruby
talking
in the group
down.
chat.
I did do that.
That's some prison shit of just like giving the new inmate a female name.
I want to say Ruby Rube, and then Ruby sounded better than Ruby Rube.
You're losing
Well-
it, Keelan. You're losing your edge with that.
Well,
I'll stay there. I won't say anymore.
Look, Reuben, you're gonna have to come back from this, like
I
you know,
am.
as the resident. You know, now you are the beta of the show, but this is the law of nature. You know, the hierarchy is always changing. The alpha is never the
Sure.
alpha forever. Sometimes they get old and weaken, and that's when you strike. So, you know, your moment could come at any time.
I'll get him back. All right, when he least expects it. Don't worry, I'll be
Okay.
back.
Now, Ruben, I have to ask, why are you standing? You never stand.
Right.
No, sorry. I would say the reason why you asked, Luke, is not because you have to. I would say you asked because Reuben said before we started
Yeah.
recording,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
if you would like an interesting
I don't-
start to the episode, ask me
recall
why
that.
I'm standing.
A good way to start the show. Ask me why I'm standing up.
Okay.
But what I was doing was kind of like what I learned in radio, which was a little bit of theatrics. Sometimes you don't have to tell the audience literally the entire planning process of the content.
Guys, admit, just sound off in the comment section below. If we didn't tell you that Reuben was standing, you wouldn't have noticed because he seems to be the same height.
Yeah, that's true. I actually didn't notice, but he did say, "Oi, you should ask me why I'm standing." And then, and I quote, he goes, "It might be good." So it better be.
Look, that was a long walk to get there, and I don't really know what you've been talking about, but it's nice that you've noticed organically that I've been standing up, and you might also notice maybe like a new air of confidence. Like I've got my mojo back. Obviously, last week was a rough one for me vis-a-vis the alpha editor debacle, and that's why today I've chosen to stand up. Unfortunately, you guys have kind of cut me off at the knees by telling me that I don't actually look like I'm standing up at all.
Yeah, because usually,
Backfired spectacularly.
look, obviously it's hard to tell our heights, but Reuben is like, 5 foot height of a chair type. Like that's his. But I don't know. You're just like not a tall dude, so it's really hard to tell, honestly, from a Zoom camera that you are standing right now. Can you sit? Can you get a chair and then sit and see if it changes anything?
Oh, okay. This is.
I mean,
gonna be great.
without moving my desk.
Yeah, don't move the desk. Just.
Oh,
sit
you've
down.
raised your desk with you.
Yeah, I raised the desk.
That's
That's
why it's
why.
hard to tell.
Okay, that's a pretty big difference.
It's a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
to
And
give
so
you guys a
bringing
bit
that-
of context, what I'll do is
I think your chair's too low. You went
Yeah,
down so much then.
Yeah, that was very.
It's like you
Something
hopped
wrong
in
with
an
the chair.
elevator and went to a
Did you
different
sit on the
story.
floor? I think he sat on the floor.
Were you kneeling?
No, this is me sitting down.
Damn.
It's not. See, I'm really tall, guys. That's all. Lewis hired Keelan in 2018. So dyeing his hair blue is only the second worst decision he's ever made. Luke's here, of course, still coasting off the success of one viral video. Luke, you are getting more irrelevant by the second. Hey, Luke, you should do another You Don't Own Me, except this time call it You Don't Know Me.
Well, Keelan or Reuben, would you be able to set a time? I think I trust Keelan with this.
What?
Well, because I'm not going to throw this one to a beta. This is important.
Are you shitting me?
All right.
I can't fucking set an alarm.
Keelan, set an alarm for 18 minutes time. Okay? Boom. And therefore, we're
Reuben,
going to get to
you
that.
just stand back and don't touch anything. It should be all right.
Seriously, just honestly try not to break anything in the next 18 minutes. Right? If you get
Fuck.
a whole 18 minutes of that doing something shit, that'll be pretty spectacular.
Doing something shit that's not even related to being a beta. I'm just a shit guy. For this.
Guys, this is going to be probably the highlight of the year for Luke and Lewis, I would say. So I was searching for some sounds to use on the show, and I was using the Luke and Lewis YouTube account, which no one really uses for browsing. So it just in the suggested videos, it'll just show you whatever.
Yeah.
And one video I came across was titled "Funny Sound That Will Make You Laugh."
So is that what you have brought to the show? Is
So-
just a sound that you reckon's going to make us laugh?
Well,
Well, here's the thing. No one's listened to the sound yet. It claims it will make you laugh.
it's a mystery box.
We've never listened to the
Okay.
sound. So
Could be
I've got
terrible.
the sound ready to go.
How many views did it
have?
have for Reuben?
11 million.
Oh, well
Just-
then it's got to be good. Was there a like to dislike ratio?
I didn't see it. Although I can tell you some more. I'll tell you a few more things. No, I forgot one of them, but here's the other one.
Tell us one thing.
The thumbnail,
Yeah.
and this is concerning. The thumbnail was a troll face. So I'm actually trepidatious about whether we should play it at all, because if we get rickrolled here, that will
It could
be the
just
lowest
like
moment
the
of the
orgasm
show.
sound.
It could
Yeah,
be that as well.
gives me a bit of pause. So I was thinking that maybe it would be like a fart or a silly noise, but the troll face is concerning. Now I think it could be a rickroll, or it could just be some fuck off scream.
How long
Yeah,
does the sound go for? Is the biggest question.
20 seconds.
So
Well,
do
then
you reckon
can't
it's
be
like...
a song.
But some of those sound effect videos are just like 3 seconds of sound and then 17 seconds of silence on
Yeah.
each,
Well,
like, you know, on each side.
How about boys? We up the stakes. How about everyone just turn their volume up on their computer.
Okay.
Okay, well I've got my volume up 80%, and listeners at home, now's your chance to join me. if you really want to roll the dice here, 80% volume. We'll speak a little bit quieter for you now.
Alright.
I've got my volume up 80%, and
Boys?
Yep.
just go when you're ready, Luke.
I'm pressing
Funny
the
sound that will make you laugh.
in 3, 2, 1.
That's a funny sound.
That's a good one.
What a funny sound.
Jeez, I wasn't expecting that, but that was right. Oh, what a segment, Reuben. That was great.
You're welcome.
Right, man, that was a real You know what? I would say that's probably the most alpha thing you've ever done. That could have tanked hard.
That
That could have been
segment-
horrific.
He goes to me when he pitched it. He goes, "Now, this may be shit," and I went, "Perfect, bring it on the show." Keelan and I were streaming the other night, and Keelan just goes, "Oh yeah, I had to quit Auskick," and we're like, "Oh, how come?" And we were playing with Devlin, Keelan, and I, and the Keelan just goes, "Oh, Auskick, too much of a boys' club for me."
A lot of pushing and shoving and a lot of pinching is what I didn't like.
What do you want to replace it with? What's your true passion when you're 6 years old? If
Yeah,
you quit
have to do something
Auskick,
else.
what are you
can't
going to
just quit
move
sport.
on to?
I started doing ballet instead.
Reuben, congratulations, mate. You're no longer the beta
You've
of
been
the show.
promoted.
I was 6. Six.
You know what's turning into a bit of a fucking toxic boys club? This show.
This show.
So
I'd
yeah,
say
fair
it's-
enough.
It's a pretty alpha move to get on a podcast in front of thousands of people and admit that. I'd say that's more more alpha than
Reuben, sorry, mate.
What? Already?
Hey, mate.
It was so short. I don't
Yeah.
have any shit like that to admit on a podcast. I'm a fucking loser. I was kicked because it was too fucking scary for him. He got pushed by a boy. Oh, I gotta
Okay.
fucking go cry to
All
my
right.
mum now.
Okay, I like this. All right, this.
Lewis,
Good.
I think we've got 2 alpha editors today. We've got
I
some
think
big
so.
alpha energy coming from the editing bay. This is great.
boys on the show. Who wants to get pitched? Gil, any thoughts on dying after that sneeze?
It's all right.
All right, let's fucking go.
Let's
What
go.
What if?
I don't give a shit, Keelan. We've been in this meeting for 2 fucking hours. Let's start the fucking episode.
What if we don't? What if we don't?
Wow. That's some
Okay.
fucking alpha energy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Overbearing
Boys.
dominance display. Is
Before
this
we
the
start.
episode? Have we started?
I
Fuck
think
it,
that
let's
has
put it
to
all
go
in.
in. But what
Yeah.
a jarring start. And now Ruben's
Yeah.
just left the call.
I kicked him. I kicked him because I
kicked him. Yeah, okay. So guys, are we ready to start?
Yeah, we're all ready.
Just give me a sec.
Oh, well, I'd say most of us are ready, so let's go.
All right, I'm ready when you are, guys. Let's do it.
Oh, mate, we were ready without you. We don't need your authority, all right?
I really like Reuben there waiting for one of us to say, hey, mate, are you ready? So he can assert his dominance and instead getting completely ignored. Sorry, mate. Outplayed there. Outplayed.
No worries,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm ready.
Because you know what's an alpha move, boys? An alpha move is kicking someone from a Zoom call, and that's all well and good. You know what's not an alpha move? Having
Yep.
to invite them back to a new Zoom call 2 minutes later.
This is really immature.
I love science.
And Ruben hates this idea for the show. What are you doing? You eating grass?
It's lemongrass. You not had this before?
Hey, you're eating grass. Where?
Did you pick
Which
it up?
grass? Where?
I've pissed in that grass.
Ruben had an idea for a segment today, and when the ideas are running low, sometimes we call upon our editors for content.
And by
which
the
is
way,
great
Luke, I
because-
love how you preface this segment because, you know, whenever there's like a risky idea that you've come up with, you always go, and Reuben came up with this idea.
Yeah.
So it's really good. So if it doesn't work, you can just blame your shit idea on Reuben. That's great.
But if it does work, I
Exactly.
get to take all the credit.
Well, this one, no, but also, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm now worried that the idea is gonna go great, and if it becomes a regular segment, I'll be furious for not claiming credit. All right, so the segment is each of us have a story to tell. They're not great because, you know, 3 of you or 2 of you are in lockdown, and I have just pretty much been traveling around. I spent 9 hours driving the other day, so I don't have many stories, just a lot of road. It was sick, so I love road. And so we're going to tell the start and the middle of each of our stories, and we're going to go around the room, but we have to we can only pick one story that we want to hear the end of.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah,
segment.
great.
Ruben, can you do yours next? Because I'm still trying to think of if I have a story. So I'm just stalling. So.
Well, that's not the best pitch.
Yeah, I can do mine. Happy to do mine.
Great.
My
Okay, thank
story is entitled Milk Disaster. I was making milk the other day, and as I was,
How do you make milk? You
uh,
got a cow out the back?
it's oats and cashews.
What do you mean making milk?
Well,
This guy is such a cheapskate that he makes his own fucking almond milk.
And you know what, guys? I'm not even gonna. I'm not
long
gonna
does it
go
take?
into this.
How long to hang on? Stop.
Yeah.
How
Well,
long does it take?
I would love to tell you how long it takes, but you're gonna have to hear more about it in the story.
No, you gotta tell us how long does it take. I don't give
How
a
long
fuck
does
about
it
your
take?
story.
20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay,
Well, to save like
that's
$3.
a lot less long than it takes.
How little do you value your time? Like, how much is almond milk?
$3. I just googled it.
Well, for a liter, right?
Yeah. How much
$3
do you
a liter is
make?
pretty expensive.
$2.80.
I make two.
It's not that expensive.
No, it's not. But I do this. I've been doing this for like 5 years. So add it up.
How
Add it up over
often?
5
How
years.
often? How often? How often? How many times a week?
Twice a week.
How many
Side
liters
hustle.
of milk do you reckon?
I
you
can't believe I'm
consume?
getting bullied for making food.
Okay.
Like that.
No,
Is this what this show's come to?
It's not
You're
food.
I
really-
want to know. I want to
It's
know
a
how
liquid,
much.
firstly.
How many liters of milk do you have a week? Do you think?
Well, I make 2 liters every time I make a batch, so I guess 4 liters.
We have derailed
mean-
the story pitch.
If you guys are like that, you're gonna lose your shit when you hear the real story.
Can I? I've just done some quick math here, Reuben. If you were to bill your time as $20 an hour, you would make $3,500 instead of saving $2,900. So you are actually officially losing money, even if you're only making $20 an hour. Case closed. Buy some milk.
All right, that's a good argument. But I'm happy making my milk. I think it's almost like a hobby to have. All right, it's a good thing to engage in. Anyway,
Well, no, hobbies are interesting, so you're also wrong there.
well, my hobby's tasty. Yum yum yum. So I was making the milk, and you know what's distracting? I can see Luke thinking about his own story while I'm telling mine.
Well, that's how boring your story is. You haven't held anyone's interest.
Well, he just doesn't
Yeah.
have a story. So I don't want to go into too many details because there aren't many. But I was making the milk, and
shock.
something went wrong that really soured the result, I would say.
Thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for
everything you've done for us, mate. And we're
coming
very
on board.
excited to see what you do on your own.
Yep.
We think you're definitely next up. You're doing everything right, and it's only a matter of time. And we really believe that. And that's why, we're sad, but it's awesome that you're going off and doing your own thing.
Goodbye.
Thank you to the audience as well. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to the audience, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
Bye.
No.
Goodbye.
Chick tip. If that is your real name. Fuck off.